and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca and today I'm going to talk about how you can make your dreams become a reality using the Disney model. So, what is the Disney model? The Disney model is a strategy that I learned in my NLP training. NLP is short for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And the Disney model is basically a model that consists of 3 stages. The first stage, kind of more like 3 identities. Imagine that you have 3 identities. The first identity is the dreamer. The second identity is the strategist or the realist. And the third identity is the critic. So, what to do if you want to get your dreams and actually make them reality. So, first of all, you take a sheet of paper and you start dreaming big. And with big, I mean you write down every dream that you could possibly have. And it's important to not limit yourself in that point or to not analyze. In this stage, you really only dream. So you write down all your dreams and everything that you want in your life, and that can really start with money or relationships or the kind of house you want, the kind of car you want to drive, the kind of job you want to have, how you want your relationship with yourself to look like, which is a very important category that people tend to overlook sometimes. So your own relationship with yourself and your spiritual relationship, whether that's in a religious way or non-religious, either way. So in the dreaming stage, you write down for each of these categories, you just write what you want. And you dream big. And the important part is, as I said before, is to not limit yourself and to just allow everything that comes up and just write it on paper. And then, after you dream, you take that sheet and you take a new sheet of paper and you shake off the identity of the dreamer and you kind of step into your realist strategist identity. And there you write down, what do you need and what do you need to do to make your dreams actually come true? So what resources do I need? Do I need to read a book? Do I need to buy an online program? Do I need to exercise more? Do I need to go out more? Do I need to go on a job hunt? You really write down a plan on how you can achieve each of these goals. And here it's important to be really realistic, which is why it's called the realist. And realistic in a way that you don't have to, that you step out of the dreaming position. So it's not like, okay, I'm just going to wish I have more money and it's suddenly going to appear. But that you actually try to make an action plan that you can actually follow through. So realistic also includes to kind of look at a time frame. So, for example, it may seem unrealistic for you to double your income within the next 2 months, but what about the next 2 years, for example? So just try to include everything from a realistic point of view. Of course, it would be great if you could double your income and find your soulmate and meditate effortlessly and love yourself unconditionally like that. Of course, that would be perfect. Everybody wants that. In real life, it tends to take a little bit longer than that. So here, really, like I said, be realistic, be honest. And because you have to believe that these things are actually actionable. Because the strategist, the realist, it looks for strategies that actually work. They don't want to dream. They need something that they can actually believe in. And if you write it in a time frame and with action steps that you actually deem possible, it's much more likely for you to actually to get to these goals because you're much more likely to actually take these action steps. And then after you write on your action plan and your strategies, how you can get there, what resources do you need, what's the time frame you would like to, or you deem possible for your dreams to actually become a reality. Then you take out a third sheet of paper and you write on top of it, the critic. And this is something you can do for yourself, but generally with all three of these stages, you can also ask your family and friends, for example, to help you to brainstorm. Because sometimes your friends and family remember that you had a dream you didn't really talk or think about for a while, or that you actually had certain abilities. I don't know, that you bought a program 2 years ago that you forgot about and never really did, or that they or you have a book in the shelf that could actually help. Any of these resources. So that's why you can ask friends. And especially for the critic part, it's very important that you're very clear to yourself, and if you invite others to help you, to others, that the critic part means constructive criticism. It's not negativity. It's not, you can never do this, you dream too big. It's not about that. It's about real constructive criticism. So for example, when you want, like I said earlier, I want to double my income. If you write down and in 2 weeks that'll be possible, then constructive criticism may actually be, I think you may need a little bit longer. Or constructive criticism may be, I think you're going to need more resources than this one book or this one program, or just meditating 5 minutes a day. Whatever it is, sometimes you need to invest more. So the critic really looks at what could go wrong, but really, and this is so important, that's why I repeat it, guys, only constructive. Don't be negative with yourself. Don't hate on yourself. Don't bust the bubble of your dream just because you think, oh, I'm not good enough or whatever. Like I said in the negative self-talk video, it's not about negative self-talk. It's mostly about constructive criticism in this case. So, and it also goes hand in hand with the video that I uploaded yesterday on how negative thinking can be useful if used in a constructive way. That's the kind of negative thinking, constructive feedback, I prefer to call it, you actually want to engage in at the critic. So you look at each and every dream and at each and every action plan, part of the action plan, and you actually look for loopholes. What can go wrong? And it's not to talk you out of it, but it's actually to encourage you to create a bulletproof strategy. Because after you finish criticizing, you basically go through the process over again. So after you criticized each and every part, you look for constructive feedback, you look for possible holes, you look for ways to improve your plan and make it bulletproof. That's what it is. You try to make your strategy bulletproof. And then you go back first into the dreamer's position, which is where you only dream again, and you look at the feedback from the criticist part of you, and you try to adapt your dream if necessary. But like I said, it's not about lowering your standards, lowering your wish. It's just about making them possible. So for example, if you say, I want to meet my soulmate, because I used the job example a lot so far. If you say, I want to meet my soulmate by the end of tomorrow, you may actually just decide, okay, maybe I'll just give it time. Maybe I don't set a time constraint on that, but that doesn't mean you have to lower your standards on what kind of person you want to meet. Or if you say, I want to love myself unconditionally by the end of next week, and for that I'm going to meditate 15 minutes a day. It's important to be flexible in the way with your dreams that you say, okay, I don't put a time limit necessarily on it, that you don't talk yourself down or bust yourself, but that you actually use it to build yourself up, and you look at all the things that are possible in the short amount of time of each day, because each day you can make improvements to your life. So then you go back into the dreaming stage, adapting your dreams in a way that they that they include the constructive feedback of the criticist. Then you go back into the strategy and planning stage, and you refine your strategy and action plan, and you decide, okay, so are there additional resources I need that the critics might have pointed out, etc. pp. And then you go one more time into Critic and look whether you feel your plan is now more bulletproof. Of course, there can always be doubts, and you can never prepare for every eventuality. And it's not about preparing for every eventuality as much as it is about gaining confidence in seeing all these ways that you can actually achieve your goals. Because if you go through this process and you see in the planning strategist phase how many ways you actually have to achieve your goals, don't you actually want to go out and start chasing them? Because in the end, the only one that can make your dreams become a reality is you. Nobody else can do it for you. So I invite you to go through the Disney process and to really write an action plan. And what's also important, and this is also for the constructive feedback part, is that it stays realistic in the sense that you have to make sure you're actually capable of implementing this. You can set up the most incredible morning routine that lasts 2 hours and it sets you up for the perfect day. But if you don't have 2 hours in the morning, it's doomed to fail. So be realistic. Be honest with yourself. How much time are you willing to invest every day? How much time are you capable to invest every day? And look closely. Do you have to watch 3 hours of Netflix a day, or could it only be 2 or 1? How much time do you spend sitting on the couch and just complaining? Even if it's just 10-15 minutes a day, couldn't you use these 10-15 minutes more efficiently? So find the loopholes in your daily schedule. Look for how you can implement your strategy. Make it realistic. And then you'll be able to actually achieve your goals and to make them a reality. And you know what the best feeling is? The best feeling is when you know you made your dreams come true because you worked for them. Because you made them come true. Because you're non-negotiable about your goals and your dreams. So let's sum this up one more time. For the Disney model, you take out 3 pages of paper. The first one is the dreaming stage, where you dream, you go wild, and you don't limit yourself at all. Second stage, strategist, realist. You ask yourself, what do I need to get there? How can I get there? And you do as much as you can to actually make your dream come true. And here, be honest with yourself, guys. Don't go overboard. And then the last stage is the critic, where you give yourself constructive feedback on your dreams and plans, where you look, how much time do I really have? How can I really implement it? Where did I dream? Where did I plan too big? Not dream too big, but plan too big. Where are the steps taller than I can actually achieve right now? And yeah, then you go through the process one more time, refine your dreams, your strategies, and check them again, whether they are now bulletproof. And then you hopefully have a very good action plan on how to actually start pursuing your goals and dreams. So thank you for listening. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you actually go through with the Disney process, give me a comment. Share what it was like for you and how it actually helped you to actually start chasing your dreams and not only dream about them. And I hope you have a lovely day. See you in the next video and take care. Bye-bye.